Today's back to wedding prep time, right? Which means we've got to cover the most important task of the whole wedding, and that's building a bar for everyone to get their piss from. So I've started here. It's going to be in this area. Now the concrete floor is a bit wonky. It's on a slope. That's all right, because when you spill your drink, it'll just roll away. So we're just going to have to cut all these posts all different lengths, because we're going to make the roof level, but the floor will be wonky. So I've got 4 boards here, and I put them all into a square. We're going to square them up, screw them all together, then we're going to put posts under them. This first post, we're just going to cut it like 2200, and the rest are just going to have to go level with that. So who knows how long they are. So let's get in and cut the first post. You like that?
Yeah.
Alright, we got 1 post cut. It's about the right height, eh? We'll keep twisting it. It'll eventually stand up straight to suit the angle that I cut it on. About there. So I got one corner sort of screwed off, but obviously they're not going to be square and not going to be level. But it's good because it's still flimsy, so we can just like bend it and stretch it to where it's got to go. So the next goal is to cut this next post here. We should be able to stand this up square then and screw it to the post, hopefully. So we're fucking around in the wind trying to stable this flimsy ass bit of shit joined together. And it all fell down, knocked the ladder over. It was a real mess. I cracked the shits a little bit because I jammed my thumb in the fucking ladder. So now we're bracing everything as we go. We're trying to be a bit cheery about having to redo all that hard work. That will be the inside, so this needs to go around a bit more. Righto, so we might have skipped ahead a little bit, and we've got the frame together, and I've put all my little cross bracing bits in on every corner now. So the next step is to start building a pointy roof. So I just measured it. It's within 100 mil of being square, so that's pretty good. So now all we're going to do is try and work out how long the rail needs to go from out here up to there, and we'll try and build our 4 bits that go up to the middle.
Glad you put these steps here.
You think I should just go drill?
Okay.
And then I'll line it up with that
Righto.
screw? You reckon? I'll just put it up next to it. The block goes about there, right?
Alright. Just guess.
The screw will go in about there. Righto, so the roof's done. Can I hang off here without it breaking? Yes, I can. Yeah, we are going to be swinging off the ceiling on this in this bar. All right, so I don't have enough wood to do all of the rafters for the roof, so I've got these bits of top hat here. They look a bit modern for my liking, but we're just going to jam on there anyway because this is what we got. so the top hat's all screwed on, and I've just put the first bit of tin up here. Now I have my concerns about how difficult it's going to be to cut it. You know, we'll have to work that out as we go. I've decided to go with the shiny tin instead of the old rustic tin, which might take away from the appearance of it a little bit, but I'm not really that keen on it leaking really badly, and a lot of that tin has got some pretty big holes in it. It's going to be a lot to patch, whereas this tin just got a few little screw holes here and there. So hopefully it doesn't look shit when it's done now, because it's got a shiny roof. I've got to try and cut this tin off, right? Because the off cut up there is what the bit I'm going to use for this gap here. And I've got to try and figure out how to cut it. So I've got a string line here. And I'll just work it out. I think I'm going to put the string up the middle of this wood, and then draw a line on it, and then try and cut it with the grinder up on the ladder and see how that goes. This could be interesting.
Is it wobbly?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't really feel safe up here. How did I get up here now? This is a bit easier this time.
Still doesn't feel any
Oh,
safer.
it feels a little bit safer for me. Right. Who said build a pointy roof, really? That was a lot of fucking work. Every single piece of tin needs to be cut, and anyway, the tin is on the roof. I've got to put the ridge capping on there to cover the joins and all that sort of stuff. And I while the sun was out, because it was fucking hot today, I put this wall up, but I can't put that wall up there yet because I got to bring the cattle trough in. So very soon we'll get the cattle trough in. Oh man, check this out. Look, I've got all the boards, the big slabs of timber for the bar top today too, which is pretty sick. So can't wait to get them polished up and see how they're going to come out. So we got the back of the tilt tray under the trough. We wrapped it and strapped it into the back. Hopefully when we pick the tilt tray up, it'll pick the trough up without the ends falling off. So we got the trough in. It's a little bit bigger in this area than I expected it to be, but anyway, it'll do. We'll shuffle it right up against the back wall. It'll probably take up a bit less room. So now that it's in here, we're going to start building this back wall for here. So we've got the trough in here now, done these two walls. We're starting on this wall, but because this is a front wall, I've decided to notch the timber in onto these posts so you can see some of the post poking out the front, just for this nice sort of appearance type thing. So I'm just in the middle of notching these posts out down the bottom here so we can put the bottom rail on for the tin to screw to. So I've got to cut a notch out for this post in the end of this here. So I just got a piece of wire and I've bent it to the shape of the post. So I can just put it on here, and then I know about there. Hang on, I'll even bend it there. There. That's about how deep it goes. Right, and that fits on there pretty nicely. Take it off, and I can sit it there, and that's where I've got to cut it. Right. It feels hot. You filmed the chainsaw?
Yeah, you broke it.
No. You probably just ran out of fuel. Alright, so we've put this on and we've gone ahead and we've added a few more bits. So we've now got 2 posts along here, the rail, upper and lower, and now we're building the inside bench for the lower bench. So we're up to putting these posts on. We're just gonna pretty much just screw it on there, put it level, chop the tops off of them, and then hopefully pretty soon, in the next couple of days, we'll be able to slap a top on here. Alright, so I might have ran the chainsaw a little bit lean, so it doesn't quite go as good as it could. But anyway, it's still working, I think. We're going to chop this off so we've got a nice straight bottom, and then we're going to stand him up for our corner post, and then chop the top off after. So we're trying to figure out what angle to cut this bar at, since I just took a wild guess at that one. So it could be like 65 degrees or 4 degrees or something. So just going to screw these 2 bits of wood together and then line this one up straight with where we got to go. And then it'll be able to tell me the angle, and I'll be able to put it on this piece of wood and cut it to the angle I need. It's close enough for me. I'm going to try and get this straight with a piece of wood. Righto, so most of the bar's all built now. It's time to put the final touches on the roof. You just got to jam this ridge capping on there, get to the sanding, put the resin on, and she's almost done. Finally, the bar is finished. The roof's all done. Should be waterproof, hopefully. The bench tops are nearly done. We just got to just do a light sand here and do a second coat. But come and check this out, right? We got this mad little fucking gateway. I know some of you were like, how do you get in and out? But there's this little gateway in here. Come in. Oh, we got shit everywhere in here still. But the trough, give that a bit of a clean. This is going to be full of beers for the wedding, full of ice. That'll be where all the fucking, just the cans are. Then the spirit bottles can go in under here on this little bench. Ice and everything gets made here and just fucking serve it out. It's going to be pretty wicked. And even after the wedding, when we're down on the racetrack, or not that we have a racetrack, when we're out messing around and enjoying a bit of beers with our mates, we can just have a few stools in here and chill out. It's actually really cool. Now, this pointy roof was way harder to build than a flat roof, but I'm so glad we did because it makes it feel really big in here. It's pretty cool. Now, check out this resin. It looks fantastic. We just got to do a little bit of sanding and then the final coat on it. But how much does it bring out the fucking wood grain in this? Now, a lot of people said don't use resin on this, but this is a outdoor UV rated resin, so it's probably not going to go like all yellow and shitty. And I've got a plan of making these little like sheet covers over for it, so it'll be always covered, and I'll just be able to clip the sheets off and when we want to use it. Now, all of the materials we used to build this bar are all recycled. Now, the only thing it cost me was a bunch of screws, which are like $47 fucking a box. 2 boxes of them, $100. We bought the slabs of timber for $200 and a bit of resin. That's it. So for like $500, we have this fucking wicked little building with all these really cool posts. And I think it looks great. What do you reckon? Do you reckon it looks pretty cool?